Happy Friday.
Yay.
Morning, Jerry.
Hi.
Hello.
Watching some pictures. Hello. How are you all?
Good.
Good.
Morning.
Good morning, Eleanor. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
All right. So I sent you a lot of stuff. Did you notice?
Yeah,
I
I
did.
saw all of it.
Boy, it takes a lot because I'm actually retyping every one of these assignments. So that one really wordy one that there's only 4 answers on, that took a minute. So anyway, we're going to talk about some of those things. Anyone have anything they want to discuss before we go to curriculum? Y'all good? Okay. So I can tell, yeah, budgeting is killing. So when we start working on our presentation, it'll definitely come out of budgeting time. I think maybe once a week with trying to create these papers. So you won't need your checks yet. But remember we talked about personal checks. Who was that asked about that yesterday?
It was me.
Okay, so we have those checks. I didn't put a date on them because we're not even starting to write them yet. I just wanted you to have them, okay? And when we get there, then we'll just start doing however many at a time are assigned, okay? Another thing about those assignments, everywhere where I put lines, when you do the assignments, you're going to kind of have to erase those lines because I don't know how to make the lines that you can write on top of. But I wanted to show you where things went, right? So, for example, even with the checks where it says name, address, and phone number, hold on, Andrew, I'm so tired of you interrupting me. Am I still talking right now? Thank you very much, okay? Let me get through things and I'll always give you time, okay? You make me lose track of where I was.
Sorry.
All right, so the lines, just erase them before you put your stuff in there, okay? And if any of you have, and I'm sure many of you do, have better ways for me to put things in, then we can definitely look at those. Okay? So, and I get to do another one of my favorite things today. I'm going to try to share all these things. So we'll get ready. But I couldn't pull them up on a tab, right? What I have is I have them all open. So we can see where that goes. Andrew, what would you like to say?
For you to make the lines, it's pretty. Like, for example, since I printed it out, I mean, you did a pretty nice job on this one.
I what?
You did a pretty nice job on it.
What?
On the bank signature card, you put the lines on.
Yeah, but you can't write on those lines. So what happens is when you go to type, it types and then it just keeps moving the line and it messes up your paper, right? So everything you type, it just types it in front of the line and then you have all these lines on your papers when you're done. So I'm just saying, I'm just trying to do it for direction for you because I tried to do things without lines too, and then it just wasn't really clear enough. I didn't feel like. Hey, Stefan, are you awake today?
Yes.
Are you all right?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay, Stefan, I'd like you to sit up closer with us, okay? And boy, I know you don't like being online as much, but the difference in you as a student compared to online and in class is huge, okay? I want to see you motivated, okay? All right, so far as the signature card, we're going to go over it. And then you're going to do that because that's the first thing that you have to do to be able to get a checking account, okay? And then you get the checks when you do that, and that's why I wanted to send the checks, even though you don't need them yet. So we'll go over that, and you'll do it on your own. And then the making paycheck cashing decisions, you're going to do that this afternoon, and that's with John or Yvonne?
I believe it's Yvonne.
I believe it's Yvonne.
Okay, so Yvonne, this afternoon, you're going to work on that one. And And then the one that's called doing your banking vocabulary. That's a pre-test, okay, to see what you know. So go ahead and try to get that done today, and you can work on that in the afternoon too. Review.
Okay, hold on. Which one was I supposed to work on?
2 of them. The one that I said with so many words, the making paycheck cashing decisions. You can discuss that as a class this afternoon.
Okay, and then the bank signature card?
Well, they're going to be assigned to that. And then doing your banking vocabulary, if they get that far, that we could go over it this morning. I'm telling you, it's really hard to keep up with this section, the budgeting section, financial section. So let's see if I can share any of this and we can go over it. Always scares me.
Now, I hope everybody has a pencil or a pen and a notepad. If we're going over it in class, you're going to want to write everything down and keep track of what's going on for your homework.
I see them all here, so this is a good thing. Okay. See, it shows
We're
all.
still here.
Yeah. Okay. So this is the doing your, this gave me quite, yours looks a little bit different than mine because when I transferred it into Google, oh man, this one took forever because all my A, B's, and C's and stuff went back to one line. So the A's were under the ones and like that. So what you have in Google Classroom, I have the definitions on top and the answers on the bottom. Okay. So you're just going to match them up on this assignment. You can draw arrows. You can write the A. You can do that however you like. Okay. So do we want to go over this whole one, or are you just going to work on this? Let's move on to what else I have here. Uh-oh.
You just should stop sharing.
I see 2 Tylers. Tyler, I've only seen that happen to me ever. Are you out there somewhere?
There's something wrong with my computer. I don't know what's going on.
I'm famous for that. Yeah, I've been in 2 faces. I mean, I just see 2 gray boxes of you, now only 1. But I've seen myself twice in one meeting. Yes, I have. But are you here with us?
I'm trying. My computer's acting really weird.
Okay. All right. Well, should I go ahead and share a screen for the next one? Yeah?
Sure.
Okay. All right. So this is the one I said was a lot of darn typing here. And this is what you're going to go over this afternoon because it's just, but now you all that are in DMV, you're going to be expected to keep up on these things. So if that gets hard, then maybe we'll give one DMV day up to it. Okay. So mainly though, this is just discussion and I mean, it's only 4 questions. It's just a whole page for 4 questions. Okay.
All right.
And then I'm going to share one more time.
How many screen shares?
What's that? I'm trying to let you in. Are you in, Tyler?
Every time I turn my video on, it says not responding. It's really annoying.
I'm so sorry. I definitely feel you. But it's not usually you that has these problems.
Yeah.
All right, keep trying. Okay, so anyway, on this one, the only other thing they had on it is that you would do your social security number, and I started to put it on there and just put X's, But I was afraid someone might actually write theirs in, and you really don't want to be putting that out there more than you have to. Okay. So the type of an account, right? Is it a checking or savings that you're opening? And you could be opening both. In fact, I don't think I've ever opened an account where I didn't open both. Okay. So what should we do for our account number? Do we want to make that up?
Mine's make it random.
Well, how about not random? You can pick your account number, but it shouldn't say any actual words, okay? But how about you pick it and you keep it for all the checks we'll be writing? Does that make sense?
That makes sense.
Okay. All right. So you can pick it, but there's no words or anything. So we're trying to keep this professional. So I don't want you to just have like funny words in there or anything, okay?
So
And
just
then-
numbers?
What's that?
So just numbers?
Well, I don't care if you use letters and numbers. The answer is don't. Who's got the TV on? Sam thinks that's hysterical. That's what was her. Was that you, Sam?
No.
I just heard
Jeez,
in your
I
background.
just heard the TV is.
I think it's Sam.
that hurt my ears.
I think she's busted, not admitting, not copping to it.
Oh,
Okay.
that woke me up.
Yeah, same here.
Morning. All right. And then ownership, that means is the account just for you, individual, or are you having an account with another person's name on it? Okay. But this is what I'm talking about with these lines. Let's see, can I write on this? So if I try to write, see what it does? It just like
Oh,
lines
Huh.
don't. So just erase the lines and make the mark. Okay.
I just put underline on there. Makes more sense.
And you know, if I was as smart and techie as you, I would do that. A lot of hours yesterday trying to figure all these things out and just.
Right.
like,
It's
you
like
have a lot of the
But-
tech.
underline on there. It'd be done. That's simple as that.
What's that, Royce?
All you need to do is erase the lines and just put an underline under there. Then just type it. Just be like that.
Oh yeah. So you mean when you're putting in your answers, you're gonna type it in with the underline on,
Yeah.
That's what I was gonna say.
Yep.
and erase
Because then you put your
like
own line.
that, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
It makes more sense.
Does that work for everybody?
Yep. Because then you have your own lines.
Yeah.
I don't know how to do that.
So watch, Stefan. I'm gonna get rid of this line right here. Okay, and then when you go to your
It's
font-
Control U, which is underline.
oh, okay. Control U. You put the command. Well, on mine it's command and U. No, it just gave me a U.
That was weird.
Oh, Control and U. Sorry, I do have that. Okay, so now if I type, so see
See?
that? You see that, Stefan?
Oh,
So it's just hitting
yeah, that seems easy enough.
Control and the U at the same time. Okay, so now how do I get rid of that? So let's see here.
Do that again.
The
It's
control,
that simple.
control U to make it
Yep.
go. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Why is it giving me that? Oh,
You
I
press.
hand again. Okay. But
And
now
again.
I want it to go away. So is that gonna work now? Let's see.
That's
I'm just putting mine back in.
no.
Okay. So when you all get done with that, let me move you all over. I'll move you up there. Okay.
We.
So this is just your basic stuff, and it's good to practice this because almost any application, any forms you fill out, right? They're gonna want your name, your address, date of birth.
Bless you.
That's you.
Thank you.
Okay. So are there any questions on these assignments? No. Okay.
They seem pretty easy enough.
Okay.
This one I might have a bit trouble on, but I'm gonna try to do it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Me too.
The only thing that was due today was the understanding your paycheck. Has everyone gotten that done and turned in?
Yep.
Yep.
Good.
Yep.
Almost finished with mine.
Yes, Nathan.
I did mine really quick yesterday.
So, and me too.
Yes, no, it was funny. So last night I was sitting there and I was just like, oh, I got homework. So I went up there and I did both of them. I look over and it was 9 o'clock and I was just like, I think I just did both of them.
What? Something that I turned in, something I posted yesterday, you mean?
No, it was the DMV test that we need to do before DMV today, and then that worksheet you just said.
And I need to figure out, so Yvonne, when you posted those for me, I don't need them to have the whole PowerPoint, and I know you made them separate, but when I attached it as an assignment, it sent them both. So I know that's a lot of space and stuff. I mean, those PowerPoints take a lot of pages. Yes, Andrew?
Yeah, for me, just to let you know, for DMV assignment, I didn't get the slides.
Did anyone get the slides?
I didn't get the slides either.
Oh, good. Then it did work. Awesome.
All I got was the Word. Or, well, the Word document.
Okay, good. And how
Slide.
did that go all right?
Yeah, it's going all right.
Cam is still just smiling. What's up with you this morning?
Nothing.
Well, I love seeing you smiling. All right, so Sam, with you too. So since you're with Yvonne, what, 2 of the days during DMV? Is that right?
I got
No.
yeah.
Yeah.
During DMV, that'd be 11:40.
Right? Isn't that when you're working with Sam? Go ahead and mute, Sam.
11:40.
Okay.
It's on Monday, Tuesday.
Okay, so why weren't you in yesterday? Aren't you on the DMV list?
No.
Oh, you didn't want to be in it. So sorry. Okay, so you don't have to keep up that. All right. Any questions? Anything you want to talk about?
I've noticed on
No.
Google Classroom.
Let's go my hands up and it's Tyler's hand. Go ahead.
I noticed when I went on Google Classroom that all my assignments from last year are on there now.
Yeah, they never disappeared. They're there.
Mine are here too.
That was another Sherry thing, so I can still correct all of those. What happened is, I guess every semester they add 7 new classes, right? And I like to teach out of 1. You know, it's just too confusing for me. So, and I'd already been told in a meeting they were going to do that. So I saw my screen of all these classes and I didn't scroll down. My bad again. I'm trying, you guys. That's all I could say here. Really, really trying. So, yeah, so they are all there, and I will get everything corrected tomorrow and get us back up, caught up, okay? Because, like, for Stefan, I haven't even seen. Stefan, where are you? What are you doing?
I'm just sitting here.
Okay. Stefan, I really want to read that paragraph that you were so proud of writing, so I can't wait to do that. And I did hear in our teacher meeting they're interested in how you were doing, Stefan, and I told them about your mobility and how you wrote a whole paragraph, and they're very proud.
Oh, okay.
Okay. I do kind of want to talk about, so John, when we're recording things, can we, so if one person comes up and is talking, right, it's just them on the screen?
Mm-hmm.
Except for me, right? I always get the picture of all of you.
Well, you have to put it in speaker view, I believe. Let me see. Let me click it. If you put it in speaker view, then the person that's talking is in the center, is on the big screen.
That might be a whole lot easier than, you know, taking snippets on the phone and then sending them to someone else who's going to send them to someone else to put them together to make something.
Yeah. Simplicity.
people, and we could just do it like this, and whoever is talking, if we knew that they were going to be the full screen, that could probably be pretty cool. And I know.
Yeah. So.
Go ahead. Sorry, John.
No, it's okay. So I just put it on speaker view, and then you popped up. So,
Well,
and you're like the big screen because you're talking.
Yeah, take that away.
Yeah. Gallery view.
Screen sharing.
No, I understand how you feel.
Yeah, nobody big screen me either. Just
No.
little tinies. Good.
But we would
Yeah.
do that for this, right? And I thought we would, and we can't really set ourselves up in the order necessarily, and you won't have as many things to talk about as people usually do just because you haven't got to go to work, right? But we can talk about what you've learned so far. And we've had, I think this is like our fifth and sixth units we're on right now. So we could maybe talk about, like whatever unit you feel like you learned the most from, right? Well, we in workplace safety, we did this and this, and like for some of you, maybe they even want to share your poster. We just have to start thinking of things to do this with. Okay. Yes, Yvonne?
One thing that I was thinking about the other day is your background. Like you can see your screen and how other people are seeing your video. And like, I want to use Andrew as an example. I'm sorry, Andrew. But okay, like his angle, I think if I was directing something, I would tell Andrew to have that camera set a little higher because at the angle, he's got that light behind his head. And I think it would look better to just have the wall behind him as opposed to the wall and the ceiling.
I agree.
Yeah.
And then like Eleanor has a really nice wall behind her, but on her right side, she has a very bright window. And I was trying to tell her to move her camera just a little bit to get rid of the window and just have that wall because the closet and the wall behind her it looks nice. So I thought that would be a better background than having the bright on the one side of her. So that's what I was kind of telling her.
Not right in the closet.
What's that?
Stefan maybe not right in front of his closet. Are there doors on that closet, Stefan?
No.
No. Is there any other place in your room where you could actually just have like a wall or something behind you? Like, is it possible? Not for every day. We're fine. But when we're recording this, would you be able to go like over by that shorter wall? Yeah.
Would that work?
Yeah, that looks a lot cleaner.
Okay.
And I also told them yesterday that what I have done, because I don't have any art on my wall at all when I was at home, so I bought a big tapestry. For me, I had to get the biggest one because my wall is very long, so I wanted it covered just to have something pretty behind me. And on Amazon, Amazon, they're very inexpensive for the small ones, and I think his closet door is probably the size, maybe a little bit longer than a shower curtain would be. So I told him different options. If he wants to go really inexpensive, he can go to the dollar store and get like a blue or maroon colored shower curtain. Even if it's opaque, if you can't see through it, I think that would be just to cover that behind him because it's so busy behind him. And then at Amazon, probably for like $10, he can get a actual tapestry. He can just pin, and they don't have to be expensive, just something to cover. And then this way you can see you a little bit, that you stand out because you like I was saying yesterday, your background is very busy in the background, and we want to see you and not,
kind of blends
yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
And Tyler too, maybe a little something, just so it doesn't look like you're in your bedroom. I don't want you to all have to go spend money though, but maybe find a corner. Or Tony just got up, so he's coming to say hi. He got to sleep in later than all of us. Say hi to everybody.
Hello.
Tony.
Hi.
Hey, Tony.
Hello, Tony.
Hi, Tony.
Hello, Tony.
I like your shirt. It's so bright.
That's
Yeah.
it.
Huh.
You like them? He likes you guys.
Thank you.
I like you too, Tony.
Oh, he likes you a lot.
Oh, good.
The feeling's mutual, Tony.
Okay. All right. I got. Okay.
So, Stefan, that doesn't have to be an expensive thing. If you even have like a thin throw blanket, you could toss that up there too. Probably be enough to.
You don't have to do that. I mean, it looks good for background. I don't want to make you all have to do things like that, but things that we could adjust, like Stefan when he showed that corner, that's kind of all right because it's just not distracting, right?
Or in the living room just for that video, yeah.
Go ahead, Andrew. Thanks for raising your hand.
I also have that flag I could use.
Yeah, sure. I mean, it's probably a really great time to be putting the flag up. How many of you are up on all that news? Wait a second. I see Stefan's hand. Go ahead, Stefan.
The corner here is really good. It's just I have to be careful because the door is literally right next to it. And if I don't warn someone, they could just smack the door into me.
Well, maybe put a little sign on your door when you're in that corner.
Okay.
Yeah, just communicate, hey, this time I'm going to be doing this so nobody comes in. It's you.
Okay. So thinking of that, because I mean, really, I've talked about what you're going to be working on today. Can you think of things that you would like to talk about that were good for you so far in this class?
You mean right now, or?
Well, I mean, just so I can start getting a list of who wants to talk about what. And if you don't have ideas, then I'll just give you things to talk about. But it's better if it comes from what you really feel has helped you.
I think transportation I think you have helped me with transportation.
Okay.
A lot. And you gave me the confidence to ride the bus on my own. It's great.
So start taking some notes like that, okay? Because, I mean, I don't want to write everything for you. I'd rather it be your words. And then, of course, just like with like your journal prompts, we'll look at them and help you make any changes you need to make. But if it comes from your heart, it's going to mean more, and it's going to sound like it means more than just me giving you typed words to read, right? So does anyone else have ideas of what they would like to talk about? Go ahead, Andrew.
It's for the cleaning.
It's for what?
The cleaning, since.
Okay.
It helped me by,
I'm so sorry. Give me a second. Tony's talking to me at the same time.
Go ahead.
Yeah, the garbage truck. You got the garbage cans out. That's because you're awesome. Yes, the trucks will come today. Okay, sorry. All right, go ahead, Andrew. Cleaning has helped because why?
It's been really helpful because I've been cleaning at my house as well.
Good. So
and also my mom's car. I did it in the inside pretty well.
Good. So why don't you talk about that? Okay. So I guess this will kind of be something like a journal prompt assignment. I haven't posted it, but we're talking about it, okay? So if we could all kind of pick our subjects and not have too many people on the same subject, right? So anyone else have an idea that comes to mind? Nobody? You didn't learn anything? Devin, you haven't learned anything this year?
Devin, you've learned a lot of stuff on the computer.
Next, okay?
Yeah.
But Devin, what can you think of since we're right here? I mean, let's think about. Go ahead. Sorry.
Okay. Well, what I've learned is learn a lot from staying. I just learned a lot.
All right, so we can
things.
So think about what ones you'd maybe like to talk about, and just think, like, for example, not everyone can talk about mobility. I mean, that's usually our students one of their favorite things, right? Because it equals more freedom, right? Uh-oh, Eleanor got kicked out, it looks like. Okay. So, so Devin, you want to think about it for a bit? Where'd you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, sorry.
That's okay. So, Sam, what did you have in mind?
I'm gonna say that I learned how to do professional emails.
Okay. And if you want to, well, I don't know if we want to advertise that we're doing Apex or not, but Mike, you could say that too. All right. Anybody else? Go ahead, Nathan.
Checks. Checks are a big one for me.
How to understand paychecks and write personal checks?
Yes.
Okay. How to. Sorry, that one's a little bit longer. Right. Personal checks. And you well know that by then. And if we can just do this as a Zoom thing, boy, that'll be so much easier. Okay, anybody else have an idea? Go ahead, Tyler.
I feel like I've learned a lot about how to act and dress professionally.
Awesome. Good. Anybody else have ideas right now?
Let's see. I've learned.
That's all right. I can come back. Oh, Stefan, go ahead.
I don't know if this counts as one, but I would say I've learned how to clean more thoroughly, and I'm better with teamwork skills as well, and working with others, and trying to figure out problems more effectively.
You got a lot to say. Yeah, you write it down.
That was great.
Fabulous. So, I mean, y'all are learning a lot. It's really unfortunate the way this year is playing out with the working, since that's what you're supposed to do most. But I think you are all learning a lot. Royce, you might even have to go back to first year. I don't know, but do you have any ideas?
I don't really know. No.
Okay, well, you can have some time to think about it, okay? Eleanor?
Yes.
What have you learned this year in Project Search?
I learned to get a job, develop skills,
What skills?
develop.
First, anybody
I
get
think
that?
she said to follow skills.
Yeah.
Is that what you said, Eleanor?
Yes.
We need to follow directions?
Yes.
Okay. How many? Well, I would be able to say I've learned some about Zoom and anything else. Jonathan, what have you learned? Have you learned anything this year at all? I need some words. I'm not going to sit here taking the silent treatment.
I don't know.
He's looking, he's like, yeah. All right, we're going to have to think of something, okay? Because I guarantee everyone in here has learned something, right? How about the soft skills, right?
Right.
To learn to be on time and to get up and to be well groomed. And, well, Tyler, you talked about that partly about the grooming. I mean, that's pretty important stuff. But we could think about it, okay? But I would like all of you to think of a thing and just start, you know, writing down some notes as you think about it, okay? Next, how many of you still have your interview questions that we were practicing? Eleanor?
I believe I do.
And
Yeah, I still have them.
Okay. Could someone maybe send me a copy of what you have? Nathan, is that you have them or that you have a question?
that I have the questions.
Okay, good. So if someone could send me a copy of that one, and what you're going to do is start practicing that, because we're going to start practicing interviews. And I was thinking, here, let me look at my calendar here. When do we think our first interviews should start? I believe I was thinking, sorry, got to tilt that for a minute. The 18th.
Too bright.
I know, that's why I have my chair like super low so that I can keep out of that window up there. So sorry, I don't want to move that anymore. I'll look on my phone. Today's the 8th. How about we begin interviews on the 18th? Okay, so that gives us a whole work school week. Okay, and so when we do that, hold on, I have more stuff. I've got this peer review checklist. We talked about that a little bit, right? So on interview days, and how about I will schedule them, you need to come dressed for your interview, correct? So is that work clothes?
Yep.
Nope.
Yep.
Nope.
No.
What do interview clothes look like?
Dress?
You can wear dress.
Black suit.
Go ahead, Andrew, and then I see Nathan.
A black suit.
And then I see Stefan. As part of that closet, you just go out in the closet. Go ahead, Andrew.
Anyway, the white shirt and a tie. It's pretty much what I used.
Okay.
Mostly me too.
Okay, Nathan.
What they said, but also like look well clean shaven, don't look all.
I do.
Good. And Stefan, what were you going to say?
I was gonna say a black shirt and tie.
A black shirt and tie?
And yes.
Okay.
Right?
Go ahead, sorry.
And black pants.
It doesn't have to be a black shirt. It can be a black shirt if you would like. Do all of you gentlemen have some sort of tie?
Huh?
I don't believe I own a tie.
I still own my ties.
Good.
I think my dad has one, but I'll have to see.
Okay, Nathan.
I have 1,000 ties plus bow ties.
I know you like it. There's nothing wrong with a bow tie, right? Kind of makes you stand out in the crowd because most people wear longer ones. Jonathan, do you have a tie?
Yes.
Stefan, do.
What did Stefan say to everyone there? I saw a chat pop up.
Stefan, Sean, and I'm Stefan.
Okay.
What about me?
We're just asking for the interview questions if somebody can send them to us.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, in the chat. I think
Yeah.
she's talking about it in the chat.
Yeah.
You one as well, okay? I'm sure that's back there somewhere, but if you could just send me one fresh and new, that would be awesome. I was working on new interview questions, but I was like, well, I know they've been practicing those, and I don't want to give you too much work. Okay? So I will schedule the interviews beginning on the 18th. Okay.
Of this month?
Yes.
Okay.
Is that too soon?
No, it's fine. I'm just putting it down.
Okay, another thing is, how many of you have your resumes?
I do.
Raise your hand if you have your resume. Okay, so this is the things you're going to need help with. Okay, I mean, it can be at the end of the day in the afternoon. Like, we don't have to keep it to just like budgeting, whatever. We got to get our regular things done, but as we have extra time, you need to have your resumes ready, your interview questions down, okay? And know that you're going to dress for it when it's your turn. And then John, you'll be the one recording things, correct?
Yeah.
And do you know how to be able to play those back for the students or even send, I don't know.
Well, I've actually never I've never recorded anything on Zoom, so maybe we should do a test.
Okay.
At some point.
You do it right now if you want. Go ahead, Andrew.
Okay. Let me.
Usually
can I record?
for that to happen, for me, I did it before and it said recording to your local computer. I'm like, what?
Yeah, we need to figure that part out because really.
There's a button on the bottom for that.
Yeah.
Record.
Okay, so.
But how do we?
Is it okay if I record right now, just for a sample?
Sure.
Okay, I'll push record.
Put your hand up.
Oh, please ask host to give permission. It says.
Oh, sorry. So make you co-host.
Yeah.
Well, let me see. Let me find John on this list. Now you got to be here. Here you go. Okay. More. Oh. Make co-host. Okay. All right.
All right, here we go.
Go ahead, Stefan.
Record.
I was gonna say something about my what's it called? We were just talking about it.
Resume interview question.
Yes, the resume.
Yes.
Because John was normally helping me with it, but we never had time for it because we were always busy.
Do you want me to wait one more week for that to give you all more time? Should I wait till the 25th to start that on Andrew's birthday?
Good idea.
Yes, please.
You caught me that time. Like, what?
Happy birthday.
Yes, happy birthday.
You know it's on the 25th. It's like, let's see, what day is today? The 8th?
The 8th.
Wow. It's going by
I
fast.
would appreciate help.
Let's hear a full 10 days until the interviews. Then a week after that is my birthday.
But no, what I'm saying is, should I give you all, should we change it to the 25th so that everyone can have the resume ready, their interview questions, you know, not only answered, but practiced? Yvonne's going, yes, yes. Okay.
Same here.
Yeah,
I agree.
I don't want to slam you hard. I honestly, I mean, I want to keep us busy, but I don't want you to feel like, whoo, can't breathe. Right? Okay, so let's start that for the 25th.
Okay. I would appreciate some help if that would be nice.
Yes. So you all need to decide when you have your one-on-ones, you know, do the things that you can do on your own and try to save those ones that you really think you need more help with for your one-on-ones. And in your afternoon sessions, not for all of you in DMV, but your afternoon sessions, you could spend some time on that. Okay, and your one-on-one time and your independent study. Go ahead, Nathan.
It's kind of off topic, but you know how you asked us if we wanted to do a second year if we could?
Yes.
I want to, but I'm willing to give up my spot for somebody who's new because, I mean, I may not have experienced the workplace, but I still learned a lot from you, and I can still take that and apply that to the real world.
That was very kind. Very kind. And you know, we have a little bit more time throughout the year to go to see how many of you still want to do it and to see if you're showing yourselves worthy of doing it, right? Which pretty much everybody's doing that. And we have a great class. You know, I'm hard on you, but you're all pretty awesome. I think part of that is being hard on you. Honestly. Okay. Anything else for discussion?
I have something to ask.
Okay, Clad.
How harder can you go?
How what?
How much harder can you go?
Wait, what?
I could go harder, no doubt about it.
Don't go there, Clyde.
How much harder could I go? Well, I gotta say, we're in our second half of the year. And are we all ready to go? Are you all grown? Do you know all your independent living things? Do you know all your work skills?
I think we've become full-fledged Robins.
Robins? What's that?
We are no longer fledglings.
You're not full Robins yet. Go ahead, Andrew. I'm not ready to let you fly yet. Go ahead, Andrew.
I forgot what I was gonna say since I've been.
That happens.
Oh, Kuyani. Wake up, wake up. Do you think you're a full-fledged Robin? It's funny because one of the things they were talking
No.
about you're not full-fledged yet, Eleanor. Oh, no, I lost track of that one. That's okay. Anything else we'd like to discuss? This is a particularly bad hair day for you to be recording us.
I stopped recording. Yeah.
What?
Yeah, I saw the little recording signal on the top left.
Let's see if John can show what he has just so we can see how this works.
It said that it convert it to an MP4 after the meeting, so I'm not sure if I can share it in this meeting.
Okay, well, maybe Monday.
Yeah.
Okay, that'd be awesome.
MP4. I have no clue what that is.
Have you ever heard of an MP3?
I've heard of that.
I think MP4 is just a better version of that.
It's a video
Maybe.
format.
Yeah,
thank you,
it's video.
Tyler.
MP3 is music. It's just the music.
Look, Trey, I'm not that techie.
I thought you were.
I guess
Well,
not.
whatever it comes down to, this type of stuff, then yeah.
It's called Bytes. This is Video Byte.
Alright.
Yeah, we just
Um,
really got to start figuring this out. I mean, they have so many people on the Little Rough list that want to come, and we have so many that want to stay. I mean, we could possibly get away without doing it, but I just don't think that's a good idea. Plus, it works more on your presentation skills.
If
Right.
I have to give up my spot, then I'm willing to do that for someone new as well.
Well, it's like, just would really like you to be able to get to work out of the deal. I'm really hopeful that we'll at least get one internship. I'm hoping like March or something, we might be able to get an internship in, but we don't know yet. Go ahead, Clad.
Do you know who exactly is wanting to come to Product Search?
Yeah, I have a list, and I don't know if I spelled them all right because all the teachers were just shouting out names. Let's see. Here. Okay. Well, we're not going to talk about these people, okay? But I'll give you names.
That's fine.
Victor Delgado, Josh Skinner, Jacob Stanks.
That's thank good.
Stanko, okay. Ian, I didn't get a last name.
Ursuno.
It's what?
Ursino.
Ursino.
I think there's two Ians. Or am I thinking wrong?
Colin Castro.
Oh.
Michael Moore. Alonzo Garcia. Bethany Rice. David Restidual. Brianka, I don't have her last name. Becky Licky.
That's Rebecca Licky.
That's Rebecca Licky.
And Rita Rubicola.
Yeah.
Rubicola.
No.
So without mentioning names, do you feel like some of them will be good fits?
I think they'll be perfect fits for Product Search.
Yeah.
Yeah?
We'll just have to see.
So, and a couple will be going on the adult side. And so for you, Nathan, yours might be a little trickier because of being on the adult side. So Andrew would return through San Juan. Sam would return through San Juan. Stefan, how old are you, Stefan? Oh, you would be on the adult side.
21.
2 to 3 on the adult side. Okay. So for Stefan and Devin and Nathan, you would all be trying to get those spots. Okay, but the rest of you will still be in district next year. Okay. Yvonne's looking at those names, huh? I see her going,
And like trying to write everything down. It's like, can you send me a picture of that list? Because I want to know who they are. I think I know like most of them.
Okay. So, I mean, I haven't even met all these people yet. I was just asking the teachers in Dale if they had ideas.
Yeah.
If they might want to come our way. There's a lot of young ones that would like to come our way from other high schools. There's some that don't want to go through the project search. I mean, through the Laurel Ruff part. They just want to come and do the project search part and then be done. What are you hurraying about, Jonathan?
Everybody.
Now I want to hear about it. You looked excited. What was this about?
Hooray!
Jonathan, look me in the eyeball. Come on.
Look her right in the eyes.
I don't even have you on my list. Were you hoping to come back, Jonathan? Okay, so someone that can't give me an answer if he wants to come back. I mean, right now he wouldn't win on that list, right? I need you to talk to me. What? Anybody hear that?
I thought I heard a no, but I don't want to say.
I see his head shaking.
He said that.
No, you don't want to come back, Jonathan? Give me a yes or a no.
No.
Okay. That's one more spot open if you don't want to come back. All right. Anyone have anything they would like to discuss? We have 8 minutes to go.
Let's see. Hey, Sherry.
Hey, Clad.
I have something.
Okay.
What are we going to do once Project Search is over?
Well, Clad, how old are you?
20?
Okay. So you're kind of an exception to the rule because you do not have Alta services, correct?
That is correct.
So yours is a little bit different. You would not qualify for any adult programs, right? So you could either stay with us or you could go back to Laurel Ruff or you could just choose to be done. But you wouldn't be able to go do an adult thing. So that's why I think that's really why Dale's trying to keep you in school as long as possible, because once you leave San Juan, you won't have that many other supports. You can still go through DOR, right? And you can still.
I think I still can, yeah.
Yeah, you can do that. But so you can get help through DOR. In fact, DOR can get you in some agencies as well. You just can't use Alta services.
That's fine.
All right. Anybody else have questions?
Nothing.
Nothing?
Nothing.
I've got nothing.
Yes, Andrew?
What if we already have a Alta
region?
Alta region. Yeah. Most of you do. Is there anyone else that doesn't right now have Alta?
Am I the only exception?
I do.
Yeah, I think all of you but Clad do.
Nothing.
Nothing. Okay.
Me. Nothing.
Nothing? Okay. Anybody else?
Nothing.
I gotcha. Over and over and over, Eleanor. Okay. I see.
4. Okay.
Nothing.
Okay.
I'm big.
Oh, 19. She's saying she's 19. Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
So, yeah,
Oh, okay. She's holding up numbers. That's why.
Okay. Yeah, Eleanor, you'll still have school district time, which could be Project Search or could be Laurel Ruff.
Project Search.
What?
Project Search.
Project Search. Go Project Search. Woo. You are the champion.
You
Oh gosh,
are the
don't stop that.
champion.
Yeah, I know. I have to stop that because I sing so poorly. That's why I
Look at her. She's so happy.
say of the world.
No
Don't you be
time
getting me
to
started
lose
on that on my piano.
We are the champions. Oh,
Just know that you are champions, right?
Maybe.
All right. Are we ready?
As being Freddie Mercury.
My champion in my book.
Nathan, are you sleeping?
No, I was thinking.
Okay.
Because I was thinking about the work because I was just like, wait, so if I could do these two, because I was like trying to think about what a good route was to be so I could keep up, plus doing DMV because he said that we could do that. I was thinking about how am I supposed to do that. I think I might do the very wordy one first.
There you go. So what do you think, all of you in DMV, because there's a lot of you? Should I give you one of your DMV days to be able to catch up on the other parts of the program? Any comments on that, DMV people? Because it is
No comment.
I mean, especially if you're going to do one of those tests every day, which I know I'm going to keep up with. Go ahead, Nathan.
I mean,
Yeah, I was just gonna say personally for me, if I hit it correctly in the schedule or like a strategy, I should be fine. That's what I was doing right there when I was just like.
Okay, good. Well, we'll see how it goes, but please let me know if you feel like you're drowning. I know I just put a lot of stuff today, but honest, that stuff will be done today pretty much. So that's the thing when you do these kind of worksheets, it doesn't last that long. It's like, but I worked hard. What, Stefan?
If we play our cards right and we focus on them, then yeah, they should be done today.
Okay, and remember, some of those things aren't even like assignments. So the checks will come later. I just wanted to have it as part of your checking account. So when we open that checking account, we're going to be working on a budget, right? And we're also going to be adding, you'll draw something once, I don't know if we're going to draw it once a month or once every 2 weeks, where it will either be an unexpected bill or an unexpected, gift or something of money. So sometimes they'll go in your favor. They're like, cool, I got extra money this month. They're like, whoo, how am I going to cover that? I'm already broke.
That's
right?
why it's important to have savings.
Yeah.
always. That's why you have your checking and your savings account.
Yeah, and Tyler's really good with money. Last year, Tyler came in with the lowest budgets of anyone. I'd have you budgeting my life, Tyler. I would have more in savings, that's for sure.
You never know when there's going to be a dentist appointment or something like that, and it's going to be $400, or you have to fix your car. I know that. I mean, I have that, so
yeah,
I have to fix my car soon.
In life, they just come up. Go ahead, Andrew.
Yeah.
Well, for example, if you're into like a car detailing thing, you could. That's another way how to get paid, right? That is make cars like really polished and all that.
Well, I mean, we can look at two different things. I mean, we're going to do this kind of pretend budget because it's going to get you more up there where you're actually paying rent and utilities and all that most of you aren't doing right now. But we can also work on your own budget of what you spend and just really hope to see where your money is going. Like if 90% of it's going towards fast food, then maybe you got to cut down on the fast food a little bit, right? Just things like that. But we are out of time. Clad, are you okay? Clad?
You're muted.
Sorry about that.
Are you okay?
Yes, I'm all right.
All right. Well, I will see all of you DMV people at 11:40, and I'll see everyone else on Monday.
All right. I'll see you then, Sherry.
And Yvonne, I will see you at 9:40, 11 minutes.
Nathan,
with you,
See you in
John.
a few minutes, Yvonne.
Well done. Bye.
Nathan, I'll see you in 10 minutes. Okay.
Oh, wait.
Bye, everybody.
All right, bye.
Hello. Welcome back, everyone.
Hello.
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 How y'all doing?
Pretty good today.
Jonathan, are you
Good.
okay? today? Jonathan, are you awake? Okay.
Yeah.
This should already be in your ears before I let you in. So you said you're awake?
Yes.
Okay, good. Good. Okay. So we're just missing Jordan, I believe. And we know she's out of town today. So let me try my great share screen abilities again with you now.
Good luck.
Hopefully you don't get the tab stuck behind the other tab like you did that one time.
Oh, I'll probably do these things several times.
Uh-oh.
Takes me a while to get it sometimes. Okay, but now I'm not seeing it. It is up there, but it's not showing it here. Okay, what was the other thing I could do when it's up there behind you right now? How do I get to it?
You'd have to close the tab.
Close this tab?
We can't see the screen.
Okay, so I'm just gonna shrink you down for a minute and bring it up.
Hopefully that might work.
Was that the best suggestion? Okay.
Yeah.
All right, y'all know my Zoom code if I mess this up.
Yep, we do. Don't worry about us.
Okay.
My iPad, for some reason, remembers it right off the bat. I'm like, okay.
Woo! Okay. Now, how do I bring you all back, or do I need to? Can you all see the screen?
No.
There's no screen for us to look at.
Okay, so I don't know what to do. I've got it pulled up, so now I'm opening you all up again. Now I can see if it'll let me share it. Yep. Aha. I love it when a plan works out.
Hey, perfect.
But now I got to get into present, and I don't see where that is.
You're already in present.
Oh, good. Okay. DMV test number 2. Are you all ready?
Ready.
Okay. Number 1. We talked a little about this yesterday. If a traffic signal light is not working, you must A, slow down or stop only if necessary, B, stop then proceed when safe, or C, stop before entering the intersection and let all other traffic go first. What do you think, guys? Go ahead, Andrew.
Let's see here. If it's not working.
Mm-hmm. We had a similar question yesterday when we were talking about red and yellow lights.
I know. I just finished that other test. Come on.
It was if it was red lights,
Oh,
flashing
right.
red lights, or the signal was not working, that you did what?
Stop, then proceed safely.
Anybody have a different answer?
I think it's C.
B?
I think it's B.
Okay. Devin, what do you think?
I would think the same answer as Andrew.
Which is B? Okay.
Yeah.
And Jonathan, what do you think?
It's C.
Okay, so the reason it would not be C is how long are you going to sit there? Right? This could be a really busy place where people are going left and right and turning. And I mean, are you going to give the whole day up to let every person go by?
Well, it's just like a stop sign. You have to wait your turn.
Yeah, you go in safe, but to let all other traffic go first,
Oh, right.
you could be there for a really long time. And people behind you could be getting very upset with you too. Right? Okay.
That's
Number
correct.
2. To see vehicles in your blind spots, hold on, I gotta move this. You should check A, the inside rear view mirror, B, over your shoulders, or C, the outside rear view mirror. Anybody?
It's B.
I think it's B as well.
I agree.
Anybody think differently?
I think it's C.
Okay, so honestly, you should check all of these things. But for blind spots, it is true that the answer is over your shoulders because your blind spot, right? That's what it means. Sometimes you can't see it in that mirror, and sometimes you can't see it in that other mirror. So you got to make sure you're actually turning and looking to make sure that it's safe. Go ahead, Andrew.
Yeah, so when my dad used to travel around the state a lot, he used a state car which had blind spot mirrors.
Okay, but the average car doesn't have that, right?
His
True,
car is
but-
special.
What's that? What'd you say, Clad?
Said his car must be special then.
It was a Ford Fusion, and
Yeah, they specially design them for them like that with extra stuff. But with the
Yeah.
truck, I have my blind spot on my driver's side isn't very bad, but on the passenger side, I really have to be really careful. I would never just pull over because I just can't see those people. So I'm looking really hard before I pull to the right. All right, number 3, always use your seatbelt. A, unless you're in a limousine. B,
wait, what?
when the vehicle is equipped with seatbelts. Or C, unless the vehicle was built before 1978.
I
Devin?
think it's B.
Okay, Devin, I see you.
Okay, the answer would be B.
Okay, anybody think different? And Jonathan, I think you're the only one I can't see like this. Oh, and I can't see Tyler either. So when you two have something to say, you don't have to raise your hand, okay? Because I can't see it.
I think it's B.
Okay?
B.
All in agreement there? Yes, if the vehicle has seat belts, use them. Okay? When you drive through a construction zone, you should A, decrease your following distance, B, pass the construction zone very carefully and not rubberneck, C, slow down and watch the workers.
Excuse me.
It's okay if y'all shout out answers.
I'll say B.
Who said that?
That was Andrew.
Okay.
I think it's A.
So decreasing your following distance, that means you're getting closer to the cars in front of you.
Oh. Never mind. I rescind my answer.
Okay, so what would you like to
B.
Anyone think anything different? And you all know what rubbernecking means.
Not really.
I do not.
That means it's like if there's a wreck or something, right? A wreck or construction, everyone's so busy looking at it, looking at what's going on over there. That's why they call it rubbernecking, because you keep turning your neck and looking to see what they're doing, which only just makes it more dangerous for everyone. Okay, so even though, people love to stare at a wreck, it's not a helpful thing to do. You should just slowly and carefully move on out of the way. Number 5, you are merging on the freeway and traffic is merging into your lane. You should A, assert your right of way by driving faster. B, make room for the merging traffic if possible. Or C, always slow down and maintain your position. So picture yourself, you're pulling onto the freeway, right? A freeway on-ramp. You're still kind of getting your speed up, but then other people, they're already on the freeway, so they're going pretty fast. They're like getting over into your lane. So should you try and race them by going faster?
No.
I mean, that might sound like fun, but does that sound really safe?
No, not very safe at all.
Okay. Should you always slow down and maintain your position?
Now that will cause a
You should
car
make room for the merging traffic if possible.
What'd you say, Nathan?
I said C will cause accidents, so it would be B.
Yeah, if you pull on the freeway and you're still going like 40 miles per hour, right, when it's like 65 or so, and people are trying to get around you, yeah, and that also makes other people angry.
happens so much.
It does. It happens a lot. So
Oh.
the answer is you're always supposed to make room for merging traffic if possible. Go ahead, Andrew.
I would like to say something about that.
Okay.
So whenever I'm with my dad, that is, if we're driving somewhere, I'm always the one that in charge of making sure that is in my car, in my dad's car. I'll tell my dad, there's for example, if there's a semi truck merging onto the highway, I'm like, Dad, there's a semi truck that needs to merge on. He'll make room for it.
Okay. Well, I think that's also your dad being patient and working with you because chances are he's seeing it. But it is helping to teach you, so that's a great thing.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, if you think of it, I'm up in the front passenger seat, so
True.
learning. So
Number 6. Here we go. More parking next to a curb. When parking next to a curb, you should use your turn signals. A, when pulling next to or away from a curb. B, when pulling next to but not away from a curb. Or C, only when pulling away from a curb. Go ahead, Nathan.
The answer would be A, I believe.
Okay. Anybody else?
I think A.
Okay. Any different opinions? Going once? Going twice?
I think it's B.
B. So you think when you're coming out of traffic to park that you need to have the blinker, but that you don't need to have a blinker when you're pulling back out into traffic. Is that correct?
Now that I think about it, I'm not so sure.
Yeah, you always need to signal traffic, right? If you're going out of it, if you're coming back into it. So it is A. Because you got to let the other drivers know you're there and what your intentions are.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Got it.
7. A freeway on-ramp is marked with this sign. Which of the following vehicles may use this lane? A convertible with an adult and 2 children. B, a sport utility vehicle containing an adult and a family pet. Or C, a carpool van containing only the driver. Go ahead, Nathan.
A.
A?
Yes.
Okay. Anyone think other than A?
S?
Yeah. I need to hear from you two that I can't see, Tyler and Jonathan.
Yeah, I think it's A.
It's A.
Good job. Good job, Jonathan, too. Okay, yes, it's A. Because it doesn't matter what kind of a vehicle it is, just because it's a carpool van, if there's not 2 people in there, you're not supposed to do it. But it doesn't matter what kind of a car you're in, as long as there's at least 2 people, whether they're adults or children. Yes, Andrew?
I mean, it also says it on the sign where, that is, it's two or more people, that is persons per vehicle.
Yes.
So that kind of gives it away. So.
Well, you should see how many 1 people vehicles go in the carpool lanes.
Oh my gosh, I don't like those ones. I don't like that whenever that happens.
Go ahead, Nathan.
I was gonna say, and those people that try to put like stuffed animals or whatever in the passenger seat to make it look like there's another person so they can get in the carpool lane.
I gotta say, when I was really young, I had an inflatable doll, and I tried that a time or 2. But once Tony was born, I was like, oh my gosh, I get to carpool forever. Whether he was a kid or whether he's an adult, it didn't matter. When I was carrying him in the car when he was a baby, all of a sudden I got to do carpooling, and I thought that was a very good thing.
Yay for you.
Yeah. Well, especially we lived in LA at the time, and LA traffic's just
Ooh.
so if you can get in a carpool lane there, you're much better off. All right, number 8.
Got that right.
Yeah. Oh, it's horrible. I'll never live there again. Much as I love the ocean, I can't do that traffic. Just can't do it.
I lived in Orange County for 7 years.
Yeah, I lived there twice. I went to school before Tony and I went back there for school after Tony, but yeah, I could never do it.
Yeah, for real.
Okay, to make a right turn at the corner, you, A, must merge into the bicycle lane before turning, B, may not enter the bicycle lane, or C, should only merge into the bicycle lane if you stop before turning. So picture the road, right? Your road's going this way, and right beside it, you have the bicycle lane, and now you need to turn. Go ahead, Nathan.
I believe it's A because the reason why I also said is because that's how I was taught is that you always want to merge. You don't stop because if you stop, then you're going to cause an accident.
This is very good advice. Anybody have anything else?
I like that.
I think it's A.
Yeah, it's A.
There's no way you can not enter the bicycle lane to turn, right? Basically. So yes, you are all correct. Number 9. A flashing red light at an intersection means A, stop before entering, B, slow down before entering, or C, stop and wait for the green light. Go ahead, Devin.
The answer to that question is C.
Anybody disagree with that?
I think it's A.
I believe it would be A, yes.
Mm,
I agree with Tyler.
I think it's A. Oh,
A.
I didn't even get to say my answer.
So it's just like I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Got a little too ahead of myself there. All right, so yes, you're supposed to stop before you're entering, but because it's flashing red, Devin, you just have to stop and look and make sure it's safe to go. Okay?
Okay.
Number 10, if you see orange construction signs and cones on a freeway, you must A, change lanes and maintain your current speed. B, be prepared for workers and equipment ahead. Or C, slow down because the lane ends ahead.
I think it's B.
I want to
I
say
honestly don't know what this answer is. I mean, I wrote this test, but I haven't looked at it in a while.
Miss Sherry, I believe it would be B, but I could be wrong.
I would think it'd at least be B, but I would think even if you change your lanes, you would maybe slow down.
I mean, can I say something?
Yes.
It kind of depends on if there's actually a arrow board going, saying you merge into, you know.
So what would you say your answer is?
I would say probably C. I'm not entirely sure.
Well, does the lane always end? Yeah, that could be. Anyone have different thoughts? I think it is B, but I can't swear to it until we click the next slide.
Yeah.
I think the answers are all good. Personally.
Shall I reveal the correct answer? Ready?
Why not?
Reveal. Oh,
I was right. Yay, the teacher
you're right.
B knew the answer.
Yeah, I guess you wouldn't maintain your current speed. You would slow down, huh? Yeah.
Well, I mean, if you're changing lanes, that might be different. I mean, you know, you're on a 4-lane highway and it's off to the right.
Depends on the situation, I think.
But you should always be prepared. Know that there's live people out there that want to remain live. Right?
Yeah.
Okay. 11. Collisions can happen more often when A, all vehicles are traveling at about the same speed. B, one lane of traffic is traveling faster than the other lanes. Or C, one vehicle is traveling faster or slower than the flow of traffic.
C. I would say C.
Okay. Any other opinions? Jonathan?
I think it's also C.
Okay. How about you, Jonathan? Jonathan,
Yes.
what's your answer?
Oh, it's C.
You just coffee. But at least it means you're paying attention, and sometimes we learn like that, right? So the answer is C. Do you want to discuss that, or do you get it?
I think I understand the reasoning though.
What's the reasoning, Clad?
If you're going too fast or too slow, whenever it's traffic or rush hour, things won't, like, sometimes think whenever you're going too fast, too slow, it won't be in conjecture with the traffic flow, and then things might get dirty.
Very impressive answer. Nathan, you had your hand up.
I was pretty much gonna say what Clad did, but in like more my words and not as big because I don't have that big of vocabulary. But basically, that's it right there. It's because if you disturb the traffic flow, then things are gonna get dirty.
I love that definition. I never would have thought to say
Because some silly person decides it would be a good idea to slow down or something.
Yeah, pretty much. It happens every day.
Yeah, they think it will be safer to slow down, but really it's the cause of the accident.
It is.
Yep.
Oftentimes. Same with the faster. Go with the flow, unless they're going too fast.
Yeah.
Number 12. U-turns in residential areas are legal, A, on a one-way street on a green arrow, B, across two sets of double yellow lines, or C, when there are no vehicles approaching nearby. So does everyone know what residential areas are?
It's the areas in which homes are resided in.
Exactly. And does anyone know what the speed limit usually is in a residential area?
I do.
It's like 25 to 30 miles an hour.
Okay, Andrew, what were you going to say? The same?
For gated off communities, it's usually like 15 or so.
Well, not gated off communities, but just regular neighborhoods. Okay, you're always looking for the exception, aren't you? All right, so what's an answer you think?
I want to say C, but I could be wrong.
Anybody else?
I would say A.
Okay. Anyone else have an opinion?
Oh.
Okay. Not all neighborhoods have a green arrows and stuff. It's just, there's not a lot of traffic signals in neighborhoods, right? And I've never seen double yellows in a neighborhood. That's mainly like for freeways and highways. Okay. Number 13. When you enter traffic from a stop away from a curb, you should wait for the first two vehicles to pass, then drive into the lane. Should drive slower than other traffic for 200 feet. Or you need a large enough gap to get up to the speed of traffic. Go ahead, Nathan.
I want to say C. I'm going to go with C, but I believe, or at least in my opinion, I would go with either A or C, but I'm going to go with C.
Okay. Any other opinions? Go ahead, Devin.
I think the right answer would be A.
Okay, so how random is that, guys? So you're just going to sit there, no matter how many cars are coming, right? It could be a lot of cars in a row. It could be one car every 20 minutes, right? So are you going to actually sit there and count? All right, 1, 2 cars pass. Whoop, I'm going in. There might be a third car right there. I don't care. I counted 2 cars and I'm going.
Yeah.
You see how that could be dangerous? Go ahead, Nathan.
I was going to say the reason why I picked C is because I was always taught it doesn't matter where you are. It doesn't matter how many cars. you have to wait for a large enough gap. The reason why that is because even though when a car is coming, you need to go, but you need to wait for a big amount of a gap. The reason why that is because it's safe for that person that's approaching.
And safe for you, right? You're the one they're going to slam into.
Yes.
And then the other one, I mean, how are you going to go? Okay, so I'm in here, but now I'm going to go for 200 feet, right? So those two, to me, just in reading the details of them, I would think they were incorrect.
Yeah, no, and then randomly stop out of nowhere and disturb the flow of traffic. That sounds like a good idea.
All right, so it's C. We're halfway done and we still have 24 minutes, so we're doing okay. Number 14. When passing another vehicle, it is, and Tyler's got this one down, it is safe to return to your lane if you, A, have passed the other vehicle's front bumper, B, see the vehicle's headlights in your rear view mirror, or C, cannot see the vehicle directly to your right. Okay, hold on, Andrew, I know you have this and Tyler has this, so I want you to wait. Okay? So somebody else.
How'd you know I had it?
Because you know what Tyler knows. Tyler knows this. Anybody else besides these two? And Tyler actually said this yesterday. Go ahead, Devin.
Okay, the answer will be B.
Yes, that is correct. Good job. Okay? So always know that. You're going to look in your rear view. If you don't see their highlight or headlights, and you haven't gone up far enough. Number 15, the extra space in front of a large truck is needed for, so in front of a large truck, A, other drivers when merging onto a freeway, B, the truck driver to stop the vehicle, or C, other drivers when they want to slow down. Go ahead, Nathan.
I would say B. Reason why is because they're dealing with a bigger vehicle that weighs more and can cause more damage if not enough space.
Anyone else?
I think. Let's see.
All right, I already know the answers.
Okay. Go ahead, Clad.
Thought I had something.
Okay. So yes, it takes a truck a lot longer to stop. Like you see on the freeways, like coming back from LA, they have a lot of those, like near the Grapevine.
The semi-trucks?
What's that?
The semi-trucks?
I'm talking about the runaway ramps. Because when they're going steep,
right.
don't work as well, and so they need more time to stop. Yeah, they'll have those exits that are just like gravel, like at the end, like a whole bunch of it, right? That's meant to just stop that truck if it can't stop on its own. So yeah, you want to give some space if you're in front, right?
Yep.
Or back.
Correct.
Okay. 16. When roads are slippery after it first starts to rain. When the road is slippery, you should A, decrease the distance you look ahead of your vehicle. B, test your tire's traction while going uphill. Or C, avoid making fast turns and fast stops. Nathan, I keep seeing your hand. Go ahead. Okay,
I was gonna say that I was gonna let anybody else, someone else answer, but I would say C.
Yes. That is correct, okay? You want it nice and slow. And why are the roads slippery after it first rains?
Because I guess when the sun hits all summer long and the concrete gets some kind of layer of something on it, I'm not really sure.
Anybody else have a thought on that?
I think he's got the point down to a T.
No, it's all the fuels and stuff that build up on the road during the year, and when it's dry, you don't feel that. But when it rains, they can get slick.
For example, kind of like black ice. because black ice is also another thing that can cause problems during like snowstorms and all that.
So once it's been raining for, a lot of times during the year, then it gets way less slippery. But when you first start out, it's slippery. 17, dim your headlights for oncoming vehicles or when you are within 300 feet of a vehicle. A, approaching you from behind. B, you are approaching from behind. Or C, you already passed. This is if you have high beams on, okay?
Oh.
If you have high beams on, when is it going to affect the other drivers? If you've already passed them, is it going to affect them? No. Okay,
No.
go ahead, Nathan. I see your hand.
I want to say B. Reason being is because, actually, this is a quick tangent, but I actually know the reason why is because a couple of times this happened to us. We almost got a couple car accidents because some people, the people that were 300 feet behind us didn't turn their high beams down. So we almost crashed a couple times because we couldn't see in front of us.
Exactly, because it like blinds you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so yes, if you're approaching from behind, your high beams aren't gonna affect them if you're ahead of them, right? And so if they're approaching you from behind, it's okay. But if you're approaching them, then you can blind the driver.
Yeah, because if you think of it, light gets reflected off the mirrors.
Okay. 18, you consent to take a chemical test for the alcohol content of your blood, breath, or urine. A, only if you've been drinking alcohol. B, whenever you drive in California. Or C, only if you have a collision.
I want to say B.
Okay, Devin, what do you say?
I would say C.
Okay, and Tyler, why would you say B?
Well, because I think having a driver's license is like a contract, and like, I don't know. I think you have, like, if you get in trouble, then you have to do that from the CHP.
Say you get pulled over by an officer, but you haven't been in a wreck. Can you tell the officer, nope, I'm not going to do it?
No, you have to do it because it's the law.
Or they can take you into jail to do it, right? But if they say you have to do it, you got to do it or basically go down to headquarters, right?
Yeah.
Oops. Uh-oh, that one didn't have an answer. What happened there?
Oh.
But that's okay. You were correct.
Wait, which one was it?
Tyler was correct. Okay?
That was...
Number 19, you are approaching a railroad crossing with no warning devices and are unable to see 400 feet down the tracks in one direction. The speed limit is what? Go ahead, Andrew.
15 miles an hour.
Anyone have a different opinion?
I trust Andrew's answer
Okay.
because I know he's very well acquainted with trains.
I was right.
Was correct. Number 20, when driving at night on a dimly lit street, you should, hold on, I gotta move you all over. A, drive slowly enough that you can stop within the area lighted by your headlights. B, keep the instrument panel lights bright to be more visible to other drivers. Or C, turn on your high beam headlights to better see the vehicles ahead of you. That one's a little bit tricky, huh?
I know the answer, but I'm not going to say it out loud.
Okay, I see Nathan's hand. So the two I cannot see now are Andrew and who was up there by you, Andrew? I just went down lower. Okay, Nathan, were you going to say something?
Yeah, I'm trying to think right now. I want to say it involves high beams. Reason being is because when it's a dim, they can't really see you that well, but at the same time, when a person does approach, you want to turn them off quickly when they're heading on. But I want to say B.
B?
Yes, but I could be wrong.
From C to B? So how many of these drivers are like inside your car to see your instrument panel lights?
Oh, it's C. It's C. I want to. I don't know. I'm just gonna go C.
Anybody have another answer? Okay. Da, 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 da.
I was right.
Why?
Yeah, you're not supposed to drive with the high beams on because it's dangerous for people's eyes.
That's
Well, also it's saying to better see the vehicles ahead of you, and we just talked about not using your high beams with vehicles ahead of you.
Right.
Exactly.
Come on. What is wrong with you? You're the one that answered that question and got it right from experience.
What?
All right. Well, what time we got now? 12:16. We're good. 21. On a green arrow, you must A, yield to the pedestrians only in the intersection. B, wait 4 seconds before proceeding. Oh, people behind you wouldn't like that one, I can tell you. Or C, yield to any vehicle, bicycle, or pedestrian in the intersection. Go ahead, Nathan.
I want to say A.
I want to say B.
Anybody for C?
I think it's C.
Yes, it is C. So, I mean, they're supposed to cross in the intersection, right? But if you see people, what you do all the time, crossing where there aren't any lights, do you think it's okay just to hit them because they weren't where they were supposed to be?
No.
No.
No. That'll be fun, but no.
That'd be fun to run people over.
Yeah, sure.
It's like a little game of hit and run because the person was dumb. No, I'm kidding. No, we never want to hit people.
No.
That's called manslaughter.
So whenever you see them, even if they're in the wrong place, right, you can't just keep going. I mean, unless there's no way of doing something else. But you don't want to hit anybody right place or wrong place. Okay?
Correct.
Ever.
22. A white painted curb means A, loading zone for passengers or mail only. B, loading zone for freight or passengers. Or C, loading zone for freight only.
I think it's A.
Any other opinions?
I agree with Clad.
Anybody else? You are
The
both.
correct answer would be A.
Wow, got it my first try.
Good
Right
job.
on the money.
Yeah, and you'll see the white curb pretty regularly, right? It's one of the more common curb colors that you will see. That one
That's kind of strange because for me, in my neighborhood, I don't even see them.
well, they're not. It's more like in front of stores, in front of post offices, in front of schools, and schools probably aren't white. Okay, but
Senior living homes, stuff like that. Residential home.
right, like some are blue, right? So it's only for people with disabilities. Or go
Yeah.
ahead.
I'm gonna say that the answer is B.
For this new one,
Yes.
haven't even read it yet. Slow down. Give me a minute here.
Oh, no, I'm turning in the answer.
A school bus ahead of you in your lane is stopped with red lights flashing. You should A, slow to 25 miles per hour and pass cautiously. B, stop as long as the red lights are flashing. Or C, stop then proceed. And this is the key word here, Nathan. When you think all the children have exited the bus. That goes along with assume. right?
Yes, it would be. Can I say the answer?
Yes.
Okay, it would be B.
Yeah, I think it'd be B as well.
Anyone think differently?
I also believe it's B.
Yes. Yeah, you can't just think. I mean, once there's a short little kid that got off last, you didn't even see exiting the bus or anything, they walk out and bam.
Oh yeah, no, quick tangent. That actually happened to me a couple of times because when I lived at my old house, my bus would stop across the street, so I had to cross the street. And this person did exactly that, and I almost got hit because that person didn't see me because I was short at the time.
Yeah, I can't believe you were ever short, but
Consider he's really tall.
I had a really big growth spurt.
so just things like think and assume, right? I mean, usually that's not going to be the right answer. Okay, because we never want to assume. Okay, 24. When driving in fog, you should use your fog lights only, low beams, or high beams.
Low beams.
Yeah, I was gonna say that too.
Any other thoughts? All right. Low beams it is.
Yeah.
Fog lights only, that's just those little like yellow lights, right? And high beams, you cannot see anything in fog with your high beams on. Last question, 25. You may drive off of the paved roadway to pass another vehicle. A, if the vehicle ahead of you is turning left. B, under no circumstances. Or C, if the shoulder is wide enough to accommodate your vehicle. So you know what the shoulder means?
The shoulder?
The shoulder, like on the freeway. Basically, it's that part where the lanes there are no lanes, right? It's the very to the right, but there's space there, right? Like if a car breaks down or something, there's space. So, and some of you last year might have heard this story, but my dad was a race driver, and he was nuts when he was going to the track, right? And he would drive off the side of the road like that, pulling the trailer with the race car and all of us in there. And it's completely illegal to drive right there, right? But he would do that like at 80 miles an hour, pulling a trailer with a race car. So never should you do that. Never, never, ever.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Sometimes it's tempting. The traffic's bad and you're tired and you're running late and you just see that space. It just looks wide open. But do not. All right. Welcome back.
Here we are again.
I hope you enjoyed the ride.
Yeah.
I did.
Ride?
Yes, I enjoyed that beautiful car ride.
What do you have on, Andrew?
Have the my uniform on with the badge.
Shoulders.
What?
On your shoulders, it looks
That's
Oh, you're wearing your coat.
It's the coat that you got him.
Friday is casual anyway, right? We've decided Friday you don't have to wear uniforms if you don't want to.
Well, Tyler.
Oh.
Excuse me, Tyler's the one that gave me that idea.
It was what?
It was Tyler's idea.
The coat? Why?
Yeah.
Why?
Well,
not?
that is what I mean is to wear the uniform.
Does anybody have any questions? Nathan? Anybody?
I was just throwing my thumb up. The reason why was because the reason why I'm wearing the uniform is because I don't know why, but I had just like some weird thought of it being changing to where you have to wear the uniform on Friday. That's why I'm wearing it, but I guess not.
I know we've changed a lot of things. John was funny when I was changing the schedule. He's like, yeah, we wouldn't want anyone to get used to their schedule or anything.
Sorry about that.
That's okay. It's true. I do change a lot. I mean, not just because I like to change it. It always takes me a lot of time when I change it. But I'm just always trying to figure out how it will work best. Which I can tell you, we're not going to be able to do these these 4 days a week. I will not be able to keep up with that. So I'm thinking maybe we take 1 day, which is just to catch up on your other assignments. Okay? What do you all think about that?
I like the sound of that.
Is there a particular day that you would like to choose for that?
Good to Friday.
Well, so now so it could either just be to work on it on your own, or if you'd rather have a class, but you could just bring in whatever you're working on and we could work on it. So I don't know if you'd prefer, what way you would prefer that. Anybody? Go ahead, Nathan.
No, it's weird. My brain works weird. The reason why is because for some reason, when it comes to work like that, I like to work by myself. But at the same time, I like help. I guess you could basically say I like doing it as like a one-on-one. So then that way it's just me, but at the same time, I also have access to that help when I need it.
Well, and you do get that only twice a week now. So is that enough for you?
No. I mean, yes, that's enough. But I mean, more like on a catch-up thing. Yes, that's enough help for me. But like it was more a reference toward doing it as a class compared to doing it by yourself.
Well, if we do it as this group, which we would have John in because Jordan's in, that gives us 2, 4, 6, 7. That gives us 2 staff to 7 of you. So we could even do a breakout room if some of you wanted to work on one thing and some of you wanted to work on another thing. That would only it wouldn't be a one-on-one, but it would be 3 to 4 to 1.
That would work, yeah.
So anyone else have thoughts on that? So do we want to choose Friday for that then?
Let's use Friday.
Okay, so we'll still come same place, same time, same bat channel, right?
Mm-hmm.
But you're just going to come in with whatever it is that you're needing help with. Okay, and then John and I can figure out how best to get you all the help you need. Well, as much as we can in our hour. 50 minutes. Yes, Nathan?
So you are still allowed to wear a casual dress on Friday then, as long as it's appropriate?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, you are.
Okay.
Okay? Yes, Andrew?
Hey, Tyler, I saw your cat.
Hey, Andrew, hold on. You actually did much better today than yesterday because you were really, So don't blow it in the last couple minutes because you can call or text him and tell him that in 2 minutes. Right?
True.
True? True that? All right. Well, if there's nothing else, we're going to get on out of here. Y'all good?
All right.
Okay.
Yep.
Then
Everybody have a good weekend.
Yeah, I hope y'all have a good weekend, and I'll see you Monday morning at 8:30.
All right.
Rain shine.
All right.
All right.
Bye, everyone.
Bye, Freddie.
Bye.
Bye, Sherry.